Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am feeling like I'm back in 2000. You guys remember back in 2000 when everybody was wearing like the little Ed Hardy caps? Well, today, like last time, I was wearing my little shades because I was being shady. Well, today I need a little bit of shade too, because I'm gonna be extra shady today. I was gonna wear some shades too, but I thought I was gonna be too much. You guys weren't gonna be able to connect with me. So today's video, as you guys can tell by the title, I'm gonna be reading some messages between me and one of my ex-boyfriends. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. That's kind of mean, that's kind of bold, but let me begin by saying I thought this video would be hilarious. That's part one. I think this video would be absolutely hilarious. This will show you guys that I am not that hardcore and that I once had a soul, and it would show you guys how much shit I really put up with these men. Like, I have put up with so much shit that it's just hilarious to me. I actually got the idea from Jessie Smiles. I love her channel. I love that woman. She gets on camera, she drinks a beer, and she talks to you guys. Like, I think that is iconic. But yeah, so I got the idea from her, and I went on Facebook and I was like, who did I put up with the most? And who did I message a lot through Facebook who I'm not still cool with? Because you guys know that I'm still cool with like a lot of the guys, so it's really hard. So I got one of my, I guess he's not really my ex because I never really officially said that we were dating. So I'm not gonna start off like when we first started dating. That'd be weird. So I'm just gonna start reading you guys these messages, and you guys are gonna be like, what the fuck, Kim? Did you really put up with this? Yes, I did. So let me begin by telling you the date of these conversations. This was back in 2012, which was a hell of a long time ago, so you guys know I was young as hell. I think I was in college at this time. What was supposed to be my freshman year of college. So it starts off with, no more kisses for you, sad face. I was like, fine, sad face. He says, you're not supposed to be fine with it. I said, I'm sorry. He goes, no, I'm heartbroken now. And he sends me like a heartbroken. And I was like, are you dumping me? I don't know what possessed me to say that. And then he's like, never. I was like, okay then. And then I sent him a heart, and he was like, no more kisses. I'm going to keep on being mad at you. And I said, why? He goes, because you didn't, no, he said, because you know HMU, which means hit me up. I was like, because you left me hanging yesterday. And he said, no, I didn't. I said, yeah, I was the last one to write, so I didn't want to write to you again. 6 days later, he goes, what the heck? And then I'm like, serious face. I said, my phone got disconnected till Thursday. I was lying because my phone was never disconnected. He's like, I don't care. You check it with your husband. And I don't know if you guys get the vibe already, but I'm the type of person that I don't really like to be told what to do. I don't like to be controlled or anything. So I said, check what? Who's my husband? What? He said, me. And then he sent me a heartbroken, and he said, forget it. I said, I'm sorry. Well, check what? What you mean check? And he said, you're supposed to be, if you're okay. I didn't hear from you all day. I was worried, and you don't even care. Broken heart emoji. I said, oh, I'm sorry, I've been sleeping and at the gym. At that time, I really was going to the gym like all the time, but I only seemed to get fatter, so I eventually stopped going to the gym for no freaking reason, but you know, whatever. And he said, look how you're responding. Whatever, Kimberly, whatever. And I was just, that's the face I said. I was like, and then he said, see, you never wanted to marry me. You just wanted me to be your booty call. And then I said, I do. And then he sent me a sad face, and he said, that's not, and then I said, that's not true. He said, prove it. I said, how? He said, I don't know. You tell me. Write a nice status about me. I guess this is when he really wanted me to be out public with it. I was like, really? I wasn't going to do it. He said, oh, so you don't care. Fine, don't. Don't then. I said, stop it, you're being a girl. Later on, he sent me like an angry face, and I sent him a happy face, and I said, what? He says, you know what, I give up. I said, on? He said, you. I said, how? Why? And then he said, I miss you. And then I sent him a crying emoji. He sent me a sad face, and I was like, no, you don't. He said, I most certainly do. I said, you promise? He said, Pinky. I said, I missed you more. He goes, no, you missed Sam, liar. So I said, Sam and you are not on the same category. And he said, that's why you're married to her, right? I said, yeah, that's my wife. Like, I said, we're about to make 3 years. Now we're about to make, well, we already made 7. So, you know. But I hate when guys make me, like, they put themselves in the same category as my best friend. My best friend and the guy that I'm talking to, or the guy that I'm dating, or my boyfriend, or my husband, are in a whole different category than my best friend. My best friend is the person that I go to when you're being an asshole. My best friend has been with me since, you know, ups and downs. If there's anybody that I'm going to marry that, you know, in the long run, obviously I've known Sam longer than those people. And, you know, if I marry someone, which I hope, Lord, please, that I know before Sam, Lord, please no, please no. No. Fingers crossed, no. Sam will always be that person. So I hate when people put themselves in a category with Sam, and he's not the only one to do it. There's been many guys who've done it, and it's like, nice try, but no, this is my best friend. My best friend is on a whole different category than you dudes are. And then he texted me 5 days, he wrote to me on here again. He's like, I'm playing Pokemon, baby. I said, cool, I'm writing a damn speech. I had to concentrate, it sounds so bad. He said, hurry up. Yeah. I didn't like to be mad at people. Like, I didn't want to be in a situation where I was angry with someone. Like, I always wanted it to be peachy. I always wanted to be happy. I always wanted it to be fun. You know, that's kind of like what I am. That's who I am as a person. I just want to always be like laughing and in a good mood. And, you know, it shows in my conversations with people that I just really always wanted to be funny, you know. And then, so I always apologize. You know, if I'm being an asshole, I'm being an asshole. I didn't really think I was being an asshole, but I just wanted to solve the problem, if you guys understand what I'm saying. And then he said, háblame. I said, I did. I said, I don't want to argue, but I get mad fast. And I said, I'm sorry, whatever. And then he said, it's okay. I was responding to him for a while because I was kind of over it. I feel like, literally, like, if you guys can see our conversations, our days, our stuff will go like this. And many people won't take it seriously, but you guys are forgetting that we actually texted and we had phone conversations, and the phone conversations would be as like yelling back and forth at each other. And it's like, what the fuck are we arguing about? Like, what is there to argue about? There's nothing to argue about. We literally didn't, in all these messages, we didn't hang out not one time because I was upstate. And I asked him to come visit me, and he was like, that's mad far, I have to go to work, and which I totally understand, whatever. I'm all the way like in Casanova, you're all the way in Brooklyn, like, that's cool, I understand. But yeah, it's just, I understand, but at the same time, it's like, why am I gonna be stressing over someone that I don't even really see on a daily basis or have any serious intention? He said, nah, I see that you moved on. I said, what? He said, yep, it's all good, I won't bother you. I was like, stop. He sent me a broken heart. I said, okay then. And then he just sent me a whole bunch of sad faces. And then I was like, what? I'm so confused. I literally was. I wasn't really paying him no mind. I really didn't give a shit, to be honest. And then he sent me a crying face. I was like, what happened? And he's like, I miss you. I said, no, you don't, liar. Then he's like, baby, I really do. Heartbroken. I said, uh-huh. And he's like, whatever, I give up. I was like, aw, give her upper. Like, I'm such a jerk. I feel so bad sometimes. But at the same time, he sounds like an asshole too. And then he said, I want to say I was being a dick. You didn't deserve it. Just been in a bad mood since I found out I have diabetes. And then let me just pause right there. I know this video is getting hella long. I'm almost done. I'm not insensitive to the fact that, you know, he has diabetes or anything like that. Like, probably my, you know, my response is stupid. But put your guys in my shoes. Like, I really didn't care about this dude at all. Like, I am sensitive to the fact that he had this condition. I have dated other guys that had this condition, and it is something frustrating to deal with. I've seen it firsthand. Like, it's so frustrating, the things that they have to go through. But it's like, because you have diabetes, you decide that you want to talk to me like a fucking asshole. Like, I don't even want to tell you guys what he said. Like, I don't even want to talk about the dialect because it's just so rude and disrespectful and degrading. And it's like, I don't even begin to explain to you guys that what he was saying. Like, it was a joke to him, but it wasn't funny. Like, it wasn't a funny joke, and it wasn't that it's like I don't have a sense of humor. I have a sense of humor. I have a really dark sense of humor, but I like to be respected, and the joke was so disrespectful, so degrading. I can't even like begin to explain to you guys what his little joke was, and it just pissed me off. I still remember it to this day. Like, when he told me that, I lost my mind. I was so pissed off. I was just like, ugh, like, if you were in front of me, I'll freaking strangle you. So I said, so because you found out you have diabetes, you're talking reckless, and it made me feel bad. And he said, I feel like killing myself, so yeah. And I said, why? It's not really the end of the world. And I know I was being such an asshole. If someone tells you that, you know, you want to be sensitive, but he's the type of person that says things like that all the time. And personally, coming from someone who was suicidal at some point, I know I just threw something crazy at you guys. I don't want to talk about that right now, but I never told anybody. I feel like if you have that state of mind, you don't admit it. And the fact that he just admitted it so bluntly to someone who has gone through those thoughts, who has been in that situation, it just kind of insulted me. And I was just like, really? Like, that's what you want to kill yourself over? But, you know, whatever. He said it is when you're afraid to be on stage because you might pass out, but thanks for the compassion. I said, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm here for you, but I don't know what to say. He said, don't say anything, just hold me, baby. Yes. He said, so you're mine. I said, duh. So yeah, so we were supposedly together, and then he said, hey. I said, hey. He said, sup. I said, nothing much, just finished hanging out with my cat. Just went to bed. And he said, oh, but you're mine though. I said, yeah, what does that have to do with anything? He said, just like to remind you. I said, okay. Like, that's when I started getting like real like, okay, this guy's a little crazy. Like, I started coming to my senses a little bit more, because obviously I wasn't in my senses. And then I sent him like the angry face, like the serious face, and he said, what? I said, nothing. He said, so why are you answering like that? I said, like what? And then I said, I'm just busy cleaning, and he just said, K. So I said, K. He said, baby. I said, hello, my darling. He said, oh, someone's high. I said, I'm not, are you? He said, yes. I said, okay, whatever. And then, he had said this joke before, and it was fucking annoying. I told him that's so fucking annoying. It's not fucking funny. He said, I thought so, from whatever he was joking about. And then I said, I'm so serious, that's so disrespectful. He said, no, it's not. I said, it is, but whatever. And then he said, I'm kidding, but don't take it up the butt. I said, I'm gonna go wash my face and watch movies with my friends, talk to you later. He said, well, whatever. And then I said, SMD, I'm so mad, bye. He said, why, what the fuck? And then I didn't respond. He was calling me, I didn't answer. He said, what the fuck is going on? I was there, I want to smoke, I needed to relax. He said, whatever. I said, what? He said, whatever. I said, okay. And then he said, peace. I was like, are you serious? You say something fucked up as usual and try to turn it on me, because I get mad. Like, do you hear yourself or read? Laughed my ass off. I was laughing at that point. He said, what the fuck did I say? I said, it was a joke. You took it mad hard. I said, a disrespectful. Like, who's that, especially to their girlfriend? Like, who says that, especially to their girlfriend, quote unquote? Like, yesterday, I let it go, but come on. He said, like, it's not cute. He said, whatever, Kimberly, kick rocks then, I don't care. I said, I bet, you know, you're wrong, but fuck it. He said, I'm really not though. Learn how to take a fucking joke. I said, alright, so whatever, fuck it. Learn who you joking with. And then he was like, really? I'm really not though. And then he's like, learn how to take a fucking joke. He said, I said, alright, so fuck it. He said, he was like, come on, nigga. He said some disrespectful shit. He was like, you're a nobody. He was like, come on now. And I said, I don't want to argue away. You're blowing my high. Go away. Up this year. And I was like, dude, get a grip. Go away. Now, after reading that conversation to you guys, I don't even have to explain myself as to why we're not together. But I do have to explain to myself why I even put up with this in the first place. I know it is completely crazy. I know that I sound like a psycho for even putting up with this remotely. I want to just put a little disclaimer out there that I didn't really take it seriously, but he did take up some of my time. So even though I didn't take this relationship seriously and people were like, why did you get so offended? It was a really degrading joke, you guys. Like, if I was to even say that to any of you guys, coming from someone it's not even like degrading in general, but it's like coming from your boyfriend or coming from someone that you're talking to or dating or want to date, or like a boss or someone just telling you something like that. It throws you off. So it was completely disrespectful, and that wasn't the only time he said jokes like that in the past. Like, he's one of those he talks to you like he has no sense, like no respect. He doesn't care like who you are. He'll talk to you the same way, which I kind of appreciate in a way, but in a way it's kind of like, I guess, that asshole persona that us females seem to go for. Well, not us females, because now as an adult I'm like, fuck that, like I would never. But at the time, I don't know, like he was so cool when we first started talking in the first stages, and then like I'm pretty chill, like I'm pretty not like a feminine female, if you guys haven't got that vibe already. So when we first started talking, he started telling me jokes and stuff like that, like I'll laugh because I felt like, you know, it's a normal joke. But once you put me on that whole different thing, like I'm not your friend anymore, I'm someone that you potentially want to talk to, potentially want to be with, potentially get to that level of intimacy with, don't talk to me like you're crazy. I'm not your hoe, I'm not your friend, I'm not some bitch on the street. Like, I don't take that from nobody. Like, if we're talking, don't talk to me like you're crazy. I don't even, like, oh god. And it wasn't just that, it was a lot of things. So that's why we're not together, and the reason why I put up with it is because I'm fucking crazy and I'm fucking stupid. Like, that's the only reason. But I thought it was just so funny. Like, can you guys just see like how the immaturity level, like we would be like, hey babe, I miss you too, and then at night be like, fuck you too, and then it's just like, what? And I feel like a lot of my relationships have been like that, and it's kind of sad. So learn from this, ladies. Do not put up with that bullshit. Do not listen to people when they're like, baby, please come back. Don't come back. Fuck them. Yeah. I just want to tell you guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you guys have ever been through this and you have no explanation why, or you have an explanation as to why, please leave that in the comment section down below. I would love to read it. I would love to communicate more with you guys. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!